We've still got a few heats left to go, though. Tyler Wright coming up next, up against Tatiana, Weston-Webb and Bronte Macaulay. It's going to be a great heat. I can't wait to see Silvana Lima out here today. I think she's going to bring some innovation. Coming off an amazing win at Trestles, I think she's going to be a tough one to beat.
Yep, looking forward to this heat on paper, and of course the next one featuring Silvana Lima. Right now, Tyler Wright, Tatiana Weston-Webb and Bronte Macaulay. Day one underway here. Efficient 3 to 4 foot beach breaks. Let's play catch up here. This is Tatiana while we were in the break.
Good wave right here for Tatiana Weston-Webb to kick things off. You know, she's a US Open winner, so very kind of similar ways. You know, the beach break situation, she's got that, you know, that X factor really. Front side, back side, I mean, she's got it all down, and Tyler Wright off to a quick start as well. And you can see Tyler in the red jersey. Why? Because Sally's got the yellow jersey, but it is a very tough, so she needs to try and, she's already got her throwaway, so she needs good results from here on in.
Well, the finals appearance again here would be a wish for Tatiana Weston-Webb as she gets going. Wave number 2 here, nice rip, good angles there. Now loads up. Nice little combination through the inside, and not very far into the heat. She has 2 waves established, but this is good flow and form from Bronte Macaulay. Second wave of the set has got a clean pocket, and the Australian is going to bring a good even flow to that wave. And that was wave number 1 for Bronte, our surfer in white. So being patient, using up 8 minutes to find that wave for the Australian from Gracetown. And he did say watch out for next year.
All right, let's have a look at Tatiana's wave number 2. Front side attack, gets the board all the way around. I love this turn right here. Just kicks the tail out and finishes strong. So showing some variety there on wave number 2, just a 5.0 though, but she has her 2 wave total. And then, as you said, Bronte on a bigger, better wave, wave number 2 of the set. Opening with some beautiful turns there from Bronte. Giggs, she's currently down in number 16th position on the tour, so she is desperate for a couple of good results coming into the back part of the year.
Weston-Webb on her backhand. It's a good weapon for her. And she'll wrap up wave 3 for us here, so moving quickly on the wave count here.
Have a look at the score of Bronte's first wave though. That's a great way to start.
6.67 for our surfer in white, just a single ride. Tyler Wright at 2.83 to start, so slower start for the reigning world champion here. And you see her on screen there. She's your surfer in motion now, Tyler Wright. Getting caught behind the sections here.
Do I see strapping on the knee?
We'll have a look at that on the replay. But certainly Tyler Wright didn't look like she got out of low gears there. The under 20-minute mark. And look who's in rhythm here. Bronte Macaulay charging down the line. Now will this face open up for her? Big rip. That's a massive carve. Now around the section. Wave has got a little bit of a slope to it, but she's going to keep it moving. Has a section to slam, and she'll do it. Oh, little question mark hangs on the end there, but nonetheless, wave number 2 quickly established now by Bronte Macaulay. She did open with that 6.67.
It's funny how good waves are contagious. You know, once you get a good one, it's almost like another one's going to follow. You know, you kind of find that rhythm and groove, and look at this wave for Bronte Macaulay. She races down the line, and I like the positioning from this turn. She didn't try too much. She knew she was on her way to a good score and just wanted to finish off nicely. 2 solid maneuvers. It's not going to be as good as her first wave, because why? Because she didn't really ride out of this last turn, so that is going to hinder the scoring potential. But the first couple of maneuvers, nice, clean, beautiful, stylish surfing right there from Bronte. You see her pivoting on those shoulders, turning those shoulders all the way back around. And then just unfortunately doesn't quite ride out of this last maneuver here. Sort of free falls with no speed. Maybe more of a projection turn on that last one would have been a better idea, but Bronte off to a good start. And Tatiana as well on her backhand, so 6.17 and a 5. She's trying to better that 5. And this one comes in at a 4.90, so Tatiana keeping that rhythm going, Giggs, and we like it when surfers catch a lot of waves, because that actually gets them into that rhythm. And you end up getting some good ones, but have a look at Bronte's 2 wave total.
Well, we have a heat leader now in Bronte Macaulay. Yeah, that number from the panel of 5.7. Add that to that opener. Quick waves back to back now for the Western Australian, doing her first year on tour. And the first 15 minutes has been pretty sleepy for the world champion. And her opponent now, Tatiana Weston-Webb, will get running on another left-hander. She's mixed it up. She's brought lefts and rights, and that's a nice dagger right there.
Wow.
So
where has that been all year? You know, that's those manoeuvres will win heats, that's for sure, Giggs.
Well, she's got a 6.67 and a...
You look at all the top guys, the top 5 guys really, or the top 7 guys have all had bad results as well.
Well, here goes our reigning world champion. 5 wins in 2016, only 1 to talk about in 2017. She'll want to change that. She sets into motion. You're 100% right about that knee guard there, Potts, as we see her down the inside section, steepening up. That's a good hit for her. But,
it does look like she is nursing.
There's a little bit of tentativeness going on there.
Yeah, 100%. Clinched it in France.
The interesting part of the story, Tyler Wright's never won in Cascais, Portugal.
Wow. Well, that could change. It's been a strange year. Let's have a look at Tyler's wave. Nice little opening maneuver. Now she starts to get her feet further back on the board. She's a real strong back foot surfer. And that is exactly why she just hooks into the fins. Hooks the fins into the wave, I should say, and just unleashes a big turn. Tatiana Weston-Webb staying very busy. She likes to catch a lot of waves, keep that momentum going, but her first 2 waves at the moment, there's that snap again that we talked about. And Giggs,
well, you and I got all sizzled on it, but it's only a 4.83.
Yeah. I love the commitment in that turn though, and it's something different. You know, we haven't seen a lot of that from the women today, so for Tatiana to show that power and that aggression, it's the kind of surfing I like to watch.
One more judge to drop on the score. We're seeing a 6.7 in the score line, also a couple of 5s, and that we'll wait for that to become an official number. It is now official, a 6.13 as we get the next wave underway for Tyler. She's going to that formula. Just kind of drives and pivots that board off the fins there. Quickly ditching a 2.83 out of her scoreline, Potts. Most of the heats on the championship tour. Let's stop breaking this last wave down.
Yeah, more vertical on that first turn right there. Wave goes a little sleepy, and Tyler just waiting for that inside bowl to stand up, and a little 2-turn combo right there to finish off.
There goes last year's finalist, your world champion Tyler Wright. Stretches out on the right hand here. Into the wind, and she'll just step in a hole. Tatiana Weston-Webb now requires a 6.21, so that's a pretty solid heat lead that Bronte Macaulay is sitting on right now. She's managed herself well. Let's have a look at the heat recap here. Tatiana Weston-Webb set it all going with a 6.17. Some clean pocket snap spots. Yeah,
Tatiana started well, didn't she, Giggs? A 6.17 on her opening ride. And she's backed it up with a pretty solid 5-pointer. This young lady, though, 2 of the best waves we've seen so far this morning, really. Form-wise, she's looking good. Maneuver choice, perfect. 6.67, the highest single score of the heat so far, and then backed it up with a solid 5.7. Almost got another good score, but just not finishing this one off, which you kind of got to do against the champ. You've got to knock the champ out if you want to beat him in this day and age, and there it is right there, just not finishing that maneuver off. Is that going to come back to haunt her? But Tyler Wright finding her way back into the heat, starting to warm up. Bit of a slow start for her. Comes back with a 6.13. Backed it up with a 4.60, but still looking for a 6.25. She's got that knee brace on. Is it affecting her?
Well, have a look here now. Tatiana Weston-Webb will try and attack the lead now of Bronte Macaulay. Deeper, more defined surfing, good maneuver sequence. Ours to the requirement. She needs a 6.21, and she's nailed that open left-hander.
Let's have a look at this first wave. A bit more of a vertical approach on that occasion. Snapped and then straight up through the lip. So yeah, I'm calling best wave of the heat, really. 3 solid maneuvers, showed commitment, showed that variety, and a great score for her.
There it is, Spots. A 7 comes into the scoreline. Tatiana Weston-Webb now snatches the lead out from underneath Just looking at how many times she's done round 2 through the year here, Potts. First event, she beat Nikki in round 2. Let's talk about this wave. This is Tyler playing to the points. 2 powerful jams there. Meanwhile, split peak, Bronte Macaulay will go the other way and search for the 6.51. Double step to negotiate down, and she'll wiggle it out there with 1 minute to go.
Tyler needing a 7.04, 2 solid manoeuvres. I'm not sure whether that's going to come in to that score. Let's have a look at Bronte's wave. A couple of nice turns there from Bronte. Slicing back, waiting for this wave to build up, and a very tricky finish. I'm not sure whether the judges are going to deem this a complete manoeuvre. Did she ride out of it, Giggs? Almost, but maybe not quite. Tyler Wright jamming it in the pocket on her first turn, and a nice snap there. So Bronte looking for a 6.51, Tyler looking for a 7.04.
Potts, my feeling was that Bronte Macaulay's wave a little bit sleepy in the middle, and having a look at that last snap of Tyler Wright, and that means that that lady on screen, Tatiana Weston-Webb, is going to find a round 1 win here in Cascais in Portugal. And that'll set her straight through to round 3. She won't be dealing with round 2. However, Bronte Macaulay, after a great performance and holding the lead for a number of